Good morning, everyone. Welcome to our class on discussing the problems on normal distribution. So, in last class, also we are discussing the problems of normal distribution, the normal distribution, which is continuous distribution curve, how to calculate the probability under the normal distribution curve that we are learning from last 2 3 days. So you remember, right, how to calculate the probability. That is a formula 1 by sigma root 2 pi, then e to the power minus x minus mu whole square by 2 sigma square. So that is the formula to calculate the probability under the standard normal distribution curve, where the value of x, mu, and sigma, x and where when we say the value this lies between x and mu, the value lies between minus infinity to plus infinity. While when we say sigma, sigma is greater than zero. So you know this very well. Okay, now when we look into the standard normal distribution curve, so under standard normal distribution curve, when we talk about under standard normal distribution curve, under standard normal distribution curve, under standard normal distribution curve, what we are discussing here under the standard normal distribution curve. Okay, your mean is equal to 0, your sigma is equal to 1. then then we calculate the probability by using the formula. Then we calculate the probability using the formula. So the formula what we use is basically 1 by 2 pi, because sigma is 1. Then then integration of e to the power minus z square by 2. And here we'll take the value of integration x1 to x2, definite integration we are trying to find. So this is what we are doing. We learned numericals in last class on how we can calculate the problems related to the standard normal distribution curve. And for that, we need a normal distribution table. Certain time we get a normal distribution table like this, where the area what this where this table is reflecting the area from left tail to the point z. So in case if you are looking for area from z equal to 0 to any different value of z, then you can subtract zero point 0.5 from it. So looking depending upon the scenario, that lies your value z value lies on right or left hand side. If your value lies on the left hand side, if your z value lies on the left hand side, then what you need to do, then it will then we need to subtract zero point 0.5 from that. We need to subtract, so accordingly, we can figure it out what we can do. So from zero point 0.5, we need to subtract, or from the value, we need to subtract zero point 0.5. So that depends upon that our z value lies on the left hand side or right hand side of 0. If it lies left hand side of 0, then our required area between 0 to z is basically zero point 0.5 minus the given value. Well, if you are looking for a value of a z which is beyond the right hand side of 0, then the required z value would be our value what is given in the table minus zero point 0.5. So you can easily understand. So the total area under the curve, whenever you plot a normal distribution curve, it is 1, and where the 50% of the area will lie on left hand side, 50% of area will lie on the right hand side. Now, if you see this numerical in a standard normal distribution curve, 30% of items are under 45. So if you see in this diagram, if you see in this diagram, if where this is z is equal to 0. So here is given 31% of item lies under 45. So here imagine z is equal to 0 here, and here you have some mean value, and the sigma value is something. You have some sigma value, and then you have x1 value which is equal to 45, x1 value which is equal to 45. It is given in a normal distribution. 31% of the items are under 45, 31% of the items are under 45. So 30%, 31% of the items are under 45. 31% of the items are under 45. Now, guys, if you understand one thing, guys, then this diagram is wrong. I'm doing wrong. How I'm doing wrong, guys? You need to understand how I'm doing wrong, because if you read the English properly, it is given that 31% of the items are under 45. So means what they're talking about, they're talking about this area. They're talking about this area. 31% of items are under 45, but they're talking about this area. Now, this area, it cannot be 0.31. Why this area cannot be 0.31, guys? Because you know that this area itself, you know that this area itself 0.5. So this area is itself 0.5. So beyond this, if there's a region is there, so it cannot be 0.31. So definitely the 45 should lie on the left hand side, not on the right hand side. Definitely the mean should be more than the 45. Whatever the mean, I don't know whatever is the mean, but definitely should be more than the 45. So this x1 bar is equal to 45, and this area is correspond to 0.31. This area is correspond to 0.31. Clear, everyone? So this area is equal to correspond to 0.31. So this is 0.5. 50% of the area lies on the left hand side. So you can understand 50% of the area lies on the left hand side. So this definitely correspond to left hand side. So this should will be equal to 0.19. I hope you understand. So this value will be equal to 0.19. So this value, what we are looking for, this value is equal to 0.19. Okay, so when we get this value equal to 0.19, when we get this value, area equal to area correspond to 0.19. So what I can do, I can go to normal distribution table and I can see 0.19, where I'll get the closest value of 0.19. So you can see 0.19. So closest value of 0.19. So 0.19, if you see in this table, because in this table everything is 0.5 added. So in this table, if you want to see, then you should check zero point 0.5 plus 0.19 means 0.69. The closest value corresponding to 0.69. So you can see you will get at 0.5. So the area, the Z value, which gives the area 0.6915 in this table. And in reality, if that value is 0.19, so you understand this value, this is 0.19. So the Z value, what you need to look into here. So the Z value, what you need to look into here. So the area between mean, the area between the mean and what you say, x bar or sample mean equal to 45 is how much? That is equal to 0.19. This is equal to 0.19. This is your area. Okay, so now what you can do, so you need to find the z value, the z value corresponding to the area, z value corresponding to the area, z value corresponding to the area 0.19, that will be equal to zero point 0.5. That will be equal to 0.5. You can see here 0.5, 0.6915. So then you can write the z formula yesterday I did was x bar minus mu by sigma. So your z is 0.5, x bar is what, x bar is less than, no, it's less than mu. So it is actually a formula is mu minus x bar. So mu minus x bar is 45 by sigma. Sigma is what we don't know. I can write this as 0.5 x bar is equal to mu minus 45. So you can write this as first equation. You can write this as your first equation. Or you can write sigma is equal to 2 mu minus 90. We'll see the second equation, then on that basis we'll decide. I hope you understood this. Now going forward, this question, and 8% of the items are above 65. 8% of items are above 65. 8% of the items are above 65. 8% of the items are above 65. 8% of the items are above 65. This corresponds to area of 0.08. 8% of the items are above 65. So above 65. So this is this value. So if this is this value, so this area will be 0.42. I hope you're understanding. 50% lies on the right hand side, 50% lies on the left hand side. So the z value what you're corresponding. So the z value which is corresponding to this area will be how much? So the z value. So the z value corresponding to this area we need to find 0.42. So the z value corresponding to the area 0.542. So the area between the your mean, your population mean and x bar equal to 65 is 0.42. You can easily find it out. So once you find the area of 0.42, I'll find the z value corresponding to that. To find the z value corresponding to that, I'll look into the normal distribution table. So the z value corresponding to it, z value corresponding to it, z value corresponding to it 0.42. Z value corresponding to it is 1.41. 1.41, 1.41. The z value corresponding to it is 1.41. Clear, everyone? The and 8% items are above 64. Sorry, not 65. It is above 64. With 8% items are above 64. So you can write the equation. You can write the equation that x bar minus mu by sigma is equal to 1.41. X bar is 64 minus mu by sigma. Okay, so now you understood. Now first equation, what was the first equation? So in the first equation, I can write sigma is equal to 2 mu minus 90. 0.5 I can write 1 by 2. I can write uh, 64 minus mu. I can write mu. The mu would be 0.5 sigma plus 45 is equal to 0.5 sigma plus 45. This is mu is equal to 0.5 sigma plus 45 is equal to 1.41 sigma. 64 minus 0.5 sigma minus 45 is equal to 1.41 sigma. 64 minus 45, that would be 19. 1.41 sigma plus 0.5 sigma. 119 is equal to 1.91 sigma. So the value of sigma you can see is 19 by 1.9 something. So you can see sigma is somewhere around 10. You get the sigma value somewhere around 10. If you find the sigma value somewhere around 10, you can find a mu 0.5 into sigma plus 45. So mu will be equal to 50. Clear, everyone? Any doubt, anyone? Anyone, any doubt? Any doubt, anyone? So I this 1.91, I approximately I took 1.9 so that I get an integer value. So I get the sigma equal to 10 and mu equal to 50. Clear, everyone, anyone, any doubt? Anyone, any doubt? Write down one question. Tell me the answer for this problem. Write down this question, everyone. In a normal distribution, 7% 7% of the items are under 35 and 89% are under 63. So what are the mean and standard deviation of the distribution? Solve this question, everyone. Anyone, any doubt, any question? So if you see this, guys, this is normal distribution curve. If you see in a normal distribution curve, you let your mean is mu, and your standard deviation is sigma. Okay. So in a normal distribution curve, 7% of the items are under 35. So 7% of your items are under 35. Okay, something like this. And 89% of items are under 63. 89% of your items are under 63. So if you understand, this is 0.5. Again, this 89%, no, 89% means 0.49. So this would be 0.49. Are you getting this? This would be 0.49. This would be 89%. Okay. This would be the area. So if you want to see under 63, so you can calculate it very easily. So if you see this normal distribution table, they give you that value only. No? If you see normal distribution table, if you see the area what we are using, so they give you this value only. No? For this, I was telling you every time subtract -1. So here you can see directly 0.89. 0.89 corresponds to what value? 0.89. 0.89. 0.89, you can see 0.89, 0.89, that is 1.23. You can see that is 1.23. So the Z value corresponding to 0.89. So the Z value corresponding, so the Z value corresponding, so the Z value, corresponding to the area 0.89 under this normal distribution curve, that is equal to 1.89, right? 0.89, 1.23, 1.23. You can take the value 1.23, and then the Z value corresponding to the area 0.07, corresponding to the area 0.07. So the 0.07. So you see this the Z value This correspond to the area 0.07, 0.07, 0.07 is 0.18, 0.18. You can see 0.18. You can see this value 0.07. It gives you the left hand side of the value. This table, it gives you the left hand side of the value. You can see this. So they are given, explain you the area to the left of vertical line Z, to the through Z1. So that would be that value they have given you. So if Z is greater than Z1, then 1 minus that. And if less than, then it would, you just need to follow that. So this is 0.9236, that correspond to 1.43. That area you can see. So they're given you how you have to find the value. You see left hand side, if you go left hand side table of the value for negative Z value, if you see the Z value is negative. So here if I'm seeing the value, if I see left hand side, if I'm seeing the value called 0.07, 0.07, 0.07, you can see that is 0.07 area corresponding to the value 0.07. So the better it would be if you see this is 0.07, right? Better in case of confusion. In case of confusion, you see this value 0.43. Are you getting me right? So better, this is 0.07, right? This value is 0.07. Now see the value 0.43. Now see the value 0.43. So 0.43, if you want to see the value 0.43. So 0.43 under the normal distribution curve, if you want to see the value 0.43 under the normal distribution curve, that is equal to 0.43 at the normal distribution curve is 1.48. This is equal to 1.48. This is equal to 1.48. Okay, and then the area 0.89. If you see this area, this is 0.49. If you see the area 0.49 under the normal distribution curve 0.49, that is 2.33. That is 2.33, not 1. This value 0.89, 100, guys. So this is 0.89, right? So left hand side, so you will get 0.89. So this area will be corresponding to that 0.89. So 0.89, 0.5. So this will be 0.89. This will be 0.39, right? 0.39, no, not 0.49. This is 0.89, 0.39. So the 0.39, guys, you see 0.39, 0.39 is 1.23. Yeah, that is 1.23. And then and 0.43. So 0.43, this area, 0.43. So I'll better use this. So 0.43, this area. So this area, this correspond to what? So 0.43, if you want to see in this table, see in positive table only, 0.43. If you want to see in this table, you can check. Okay, so you can check 1.48. If you see 1.48, you will get 0.9306. So 0.43 plus 0.5, if you do, you will get 0.93. So 0.93, if you check 0.93, if you'll check, you will get 1.48. So the same thing what we'll get here. So once I get the area corresponding to that, guys, once I get the value corresponding to this, so I got the area corresponding to this. So here in this case, mu is more than 35. You know that your mu will be more than 35 and that will be less than 63. That you are sure about. That you're sure about, your mu is more than 35 but less than 63. So now here I can write this z value is mu minus 35 by sigma. Okay, and this z1 and z2 I can write is 63 minus mu by sigma. You're getting it right. So z1 will left hand side, that is 1.23. Z value corresponding is 1.23 equal to mu minus 35 by sigma, and this is Z value is 1.48, right? 1.48 is equal to 63 minus mu by sigma. So mu minus 35 is equal to 1.23 sigma, and 63 minus mu is equal to 1.48 sigma. So you can write here, guys, you can write mu is equal to 1.23 sigma plus 35, and you can write here mu is equal to 63 minus 1.48 sigma. So here if you equate the mu, 1.23 sigma plus 35 is equal to 63 minus 1.48 sigma. So 1.23 sigma plus 1.48 sigma equal to 63 minus 35. So 11, 6, 7, 2.71 sigma is equal to 8, 8, 5, 20, 28. So sigma is equal to 28 by 2.7, 2.7. This would be more than 10, somewhere to little bit more than 10. Approximately you can write this is equal to 10 something. So this would be around 280 by 27 something. This is your sigma. Once you get the sigma, you can find the mu value. Once you get your sigma, you can find your mu value. Your mu is equal to 63 minus 1.48 sigma. You can use calculator. 63 into 1 minus 48 into 280 by 27. You can use calculator, guys. So mu is equal to 63 minus 1.48, 280 by 27. So 280 by 27 into 1.48, 15.3481, 15.3481. So mu is equal to 63 minus 3 minus this value, 47.6518, 47.6518. Clear, everyone? You got this right. Your sigma is 280 by 27. Your sigma is 280 by 27. 10.37. Sigma is 10.37. clear, everyone? Any doubt, anyone? Anyone, any doubt? Anyone, any doubt? Okay, guys, so this much we'll do in today class. We'll continue discussion in next class. Thank you, everyone. I'll see you all in next class. Take care, everyone. Bye.